Sankalpa prabhavan kaman Tyaktva sarvana sheshatah Manasaivendriya gramam Viniyamya samantatah Shanai shanairuparamit Buddhya dhriti grihitaya Atma sanstham manah kritva Na kinchidapi chintayet. Now as you go higher in your meditation, as you go deeper in yourself, what else is required to be done? Further instructions are being given by the Lord for the yoga. Sankalpa prabhavan kaman tyaktva sarvan asheshatah. Abandoning without reserve. Asheshatah. All desires born of sankalpa. No initiative, worldly initiative. Completely restraining the whole group of senses by the mind from all sides. Manaha, what is that? Manasa eva indriya gramam viniyamya samantatah. Controlling all the senses completely by the mind. So the mind should have the capability of bringing back the senses. Like the sense will run after some object and you will be able to bring it back to the sense, to yourself, without the object. Usually the senses will bring the object to the mind. Here the mind has the capacity to push away the object externally and bring back the sense to itself. This is the practice, slowly to be practiced. Little by little, let him attain quietude by the intellect held in firmness. This can be practiced only when you are able to hold the intellect firmly. Buddhya dhriti grihitaya. You have to have patience and firmness to hold the intellect in this way. Atma sanstham manah kritva. Na kinchidapi chintayet. And then slowly establishing the mind within yourself, making it thoughtless. Na kinchit api chintayet. Nothing should be thought upon. Let him not think of anything. How can mind remain thoughtless? Let him not think of anything, no. Let him think of the Supreme. Then it won't think of anything else. So, the mind cannot remain without thoughts. So, you have to guide the mind with proper thoughts. Okay, so there are grades of human beings all around us. Some human beings can never think of certain things of what some human beings are always thinking, right? If the mind had no way but to run after the objects thoughtlessly and keep thinking of anything and everything, then everybody would be into it, but everybody is not in it. So we know that our minds are selective. And how did they become selective? Each mind has its own quality. So I have to observe the quality of my mind and change it for better. And how can I do that if it is always running after the worldly objects? Then I have to give some food for thought. Now the scriptural food I'll have to give now. I have given sufficient worldly food. So suppose now a seeker is sitting doing nothing extraordinary, just relaxing and not even thinking particularly of anything. But suddenly a thought comes. What happened to my grandson then? 3 days back he told that he had some back pain. Usually these grandsons have got back pains nowadays. So 3 days back while I was talking to him, he said that he had some back pain. What happened to him? This much is enough for the grandfather to get carried away. Now, every 2 minutes he'll say, what's the time? Can I call him now? Not as yet, not as yet, not as yet. So for 4 hours he kept on looking at the watch. After 4 hours was the time when he can catch hold of his grandson on phone to talk to him and ask as to how the back pain is. Okay, it's a simple question for which he is sure not to get an answer. But he wants to get an answer. Okay, fine, keep it pending. So a thought came. What happened to my grandson? Back. Huh? Oh, it's not yet time. After 4 hours. Drop the thought there. No, I'll keep brooding on that. What is the matter, sir? When you know that you cannot get a reply now, can't you keep it pending? What to cook today in the morning, only the things will start. Till evening, what to cook, what to cook, what to cook, what to cook in the evening. For evening, 10 times the menu has been changed also through the day. And finally some 11th menu comes up. Now what's the big idea? So our mental occupation is all 99% unnecessary. Replacing these unnecessary thoughts with proper channelized thoughts is important, which we have lost at the time when we left our students' days. Ever since we have come out of our academic education, we have forgotten that we have to tame the mind in a particular direction. That is what we were supposed to learn in schools. But that we left with the last exam that we gave. And now our minds are wandering in the world for no good reason and pondering over unnecessary thoughts all the time, clinging on to unanswerable questions. Why so? So, this taming is important. Bringing back the mind and holding it with the intellect. The intellect will have to have the ability of depth and understanding to hold the mind in the thought of the higher. This preparation is important. As much I will be able to practice to bring back the mind to myself, that much I will succeed in my meditation. Shanaihi, Shanaihi. Bhagavan also uses a word slowly. What is that? Little by little. You can't force yourself. See, if your car is running in a particular direction at a particular speed and suddenly you cannot take a U-turn, no? If suddenly you want to take a U-turn, what will happen? The car will tumble. There will be a big accident over there, no? So don't take a sudden turn away from whatever you've been doing. Slowly change the ways of your mind. Take a nice U-turn. Don't be in a hurry. Don't push yourself into any kind of sadhana. Vedanta is very liberal that way. No hardships to be taken. But in that there is the scope of becoming lazy and unattentive. Don't be that too. Be attentive and alert, but don't push yourself too hard. Take a nice U-turn. Slowly tame your mind to withdraw from worldly thoughts and stop entertaining them as far as possible throughout the day. So if you have a fickle mind, unsteady mind, then this is the shloka for you. Oh, then this is for every one of us.